I want you to start with looking at it from the very beginning. So give us the word gold. Using the letters, use those letters to describe one property of gold.
One. Hello.
You shouldn't use the word gold to describe gold. I hear somebody will. Right? You don't use the word to describe gold.
Gory.
Or L or D. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, I have to use my imagination.
I think call for L.
Thank you. That will be perfect. What else? Great. Okay, that's not describing itself. That's how you might feel about it. It's not that emotional.
Gory.
Look at the picture. You're pathetic. What if somebody gave you a piece of gold and said, now go over to that little 2-year-old and describe words that you can
Gory.
describe them? You couldn't do it. I bet the 2-year-old could.
Gory.
Oh. Well, you could do it. Yeah, but you're not making it easy, are they?
Obscene.
Yes, so you think they don't.
Obscene.
Obscene? No. We look at that? No. That's not something described as physical force. Try. That would be a perfect word. I put that. Well, that's awesome. Write it in there. Good for you. Yes, I actually pulled one right out of the vocab workshop that we had. Gold, only if you could think of it without looking. What? Remember something I learned? Put it away. Glossy, glistening.
That's all I need.
Ornate, alright? Some people might say it's orangey looking. Some people use that orangey tint for gold. But gold. You know what? Let me tell you this. Gold. And I think we had this in our vocab workshop. If gold was in the ocean for a few hundred years when it was found, it would still look like what it did 200 years before that. So you might say it's kind of what?
Old.
Horrible. Thank you, Anthony. Vocab workshop, didn't we? You guys, O-M came up with the word. Horrible.
I put the light. I put the light.
Well, that's not what it looks like. Or it's not really described. going like middle. We'll do this one. All right, number 2. As you learn in the lesson, elements are arranged by their properties on the periodic table. What other objects are often arranged by their properties? Number 2. And then when you're done, that's in 3. Where would you find it organized like that? In a grocery store, right? It's organized by the kind of food it is. So if you went in and you needed anything, where would you go to find it? Where the parents are. They might say, okay. Video games, okay. They're going to catalog them. They're going to put them in categories. Yeah, very good. Grandpa,
Oh, sporting goods?
categorize them, catalog them. You get the idea? We do this all the time with many different things. We're looking at this periodic table of elements. If you're not tired, you can stand up and listen to that. Keep your eyes open. Get up straight. All right? When you're information and data, and that's what scientists do. They make up these tables of information. And when you're looking at what they did with the elements, they call that a table because it's cataloging or categorizing the elements. And they call it periodic for a reason, because the properties that are displayed when they were finally organizing it had things that reoccurred periodically. So that's how it's done. We'll look at this a little closer. Look at all of those tabulators. Go ahead, Riley. Would you read them for me?
Periodic table of chemicals usual average atomic mass, metal, non-metal, met, fluid, groups, and period.
Right. These all are things that pertain to this. One thing we're looking at is the periodic table of elements, which is on page 172 if you want to look at it. It's broken down into groups, periods, groups, metals, non-metals, metalloids, which we had before when we were studying matter. And as we go through, we're going to look at each of these symbols, these little squares each element is given and what those numbers mean. And you're going to come, if I could say to you, this is what this element has, you can go to the table, find it, tell me what it is. You're going to become very familiar with all those symbols and what each means. All right, let's look on page 107. As well as compounds of pure matter. All right, and they always have definite properties. That's what we're looking at today. Chase, would you read what are elements for me?
People have long sought to find the basic substance of matter. It was once believed that fire, wind, earth, water, and various combinations made up all objects. By the 1860s, however, scientists considered there to be at least 6 different basic substances or elements. They saw that many of these elements shared certain physical and chemical properties.
And see and observe just by looking. Okay, maybe you could pick 2. Who I can think of you could observe just by looking. Okay, then go around. You have bismuth, sulfur, chlorine, copper, bromine, and mercury. Classify them. First, start with the state of the matter. There's something else you can observe there. What physical property can you observe just from these pictures? Kayla? Okay. State of matter. Is it solid, liquid, or gas? What's the other one? By looking at it, you can see what? The luster. Two physical properties you can see just by observing. And right Okay, let's look at them. Bismuth.
Solid and liquid.
It is a solid, and what kind of luster does it have?
Shiny.
It is shiny. So you might say solid and shiny. How about sulfur? See?
Solid and dull.
Dull or not shiny. Okay, chlorine. Huh? Alright, well, if we're using, we have to kind of use the same terminology we use for the other two. Those solid, and they were shiny or not shiny. Pick one. It's liquid. Is it shiny or not shiny? It's not shiny. That wasn't hard. Okay, copper. Chase.
Solid and shiny.
Right? Bromine. You see?
Liquid and not shiny.
Okay, and mercury. Cassidy. Okay, it's liquid and it has a shine to it. It has luster. Right? You see, it's very simple. You're observing something and you're applying what you can observe, so the physical properties. How are they then organized? Now, scientists had some sort of method to their madness. They just didn't throw them together. They had reasons for doing what they did, and as other things in science, they improve it through the use. So, hard to read for us. Go ahead, Cece.
How are the elements organized? Around this time, a Russian chemist
Dmitri Mendeleev.
Dmitry Mendeleev began thinking about how he could organize the elements based off of patterns. To help him decide how to arrange the elements, Mendeleev made a set of element cards. Each card listed the mass of an atom of each element as well as some of the element's properties. Mendeleev arranged the cards in various ways, looking for a pattern to emerge. When he arranged the element cards in order of increasing atomic mass, the properties of those elements appeared in a periodic or regularly repeated pattern. For this reason, Mendeleev's arrangement of the elements became known as the periodic table. Mendeleev used the periodic pattern in his table to predict elements that had not yet been discovered.
Okay, so he looked at them and he could see that there were gaps where there were elements that had similar properties, but there were gaps between them. So what he predicted that there were other elements not yet discovered yet that would fit in there. Because it didn't just go from here to here, because nature doesn't work that way. There had to be something else coming between. And later on, they did discover more. All right, read about Henry Moseley for me. Go ahead, Allison.
Early 1900s, British scientist Henry Moseley
Yeah, I believe so.
showed how Mendeleev's periodic table could be rearranged. After determining the number of protons in the atom, the elements he arranged on the table in order increasing numbers of protons or atomic number.
All right, now what's important to remember here, he took, instead of the atomic mass, arranged by the atomic number. Now what we learned in lesson 1, that atomic number tells us what? What's your atomic number tell you, Kayla? How many protons in that element? Every element. In this case, they're going to show you aluminum. Every element of aluminum will have the same number of protons. Every element on the periodic table has a set number of protons, and every atom of that element will have the same number. That's your atomic number, right? So he arranged it by increasing atomic number. What did he find out, Allison?
Mendeleev's new arrangement of the elements corrected some of the flaws of Mendeleev's table. The periodic table is useful to scientists because it excludes many
Look at that stupid not getting water.
The periodic table is like a map or a calendar of the elements.
All right, so how would you answer number 6? Read that and write it in. And then look what they're asking you to do in number 7. They're giving you a calendar to fill in with activities. So you're looking at your calendar, plan your week. Come up with 1 or 2 things that you need to do through the week. If they reoccur on different days, then you should write them in. What you're looking for is they're giving you 2 weeks. And you have this periodic pattern of days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if they repeat into that second pattern, then write them in. See which ones repeat. Anything that's going to be in the same order every 7 days. So you go to school on Monday, so maybe that's going to repeat the following Monday. What do some people do on Sunday? Church. Maybe you go to church or mass on Sunday. You might write that in. Maybe you visit grandma every Sunday. Alright, what does your first week look like? What do you have? See?
Monday, go to cheer. Monday, go to school cheer. Monday, go to school cheer again. Thursday, go to school again. And then Friday, go to school. Friday, go to school.
Okay.
Don't fix a mistake.
Both of them are the same, so you see that repeating pattern. Even if you just take your school schedule, what do you do every Tuesday? What do you have? Gym. What do you have on Thursday? Computer. So you can see that's going to be a repeating pattern every 7 days. Alright? You used to have a math meeting where you would go on Tuesday morning, and that would repeat. Right? What do you do on Saturday? I would get up at 1 o'clock. Yes. Pretty close, right? Alright. So it could be practice of some sort, or if you're taking lessons of some sort, if they fall on the same days, then that would help the week to week. You see this idea? They want you to go and look at your own life, how it's organized, and how those patterns are. Alright, let's look on the periodic table of elements. They pull out aluminum. They're using that all through the lesson as an example. When you're looking at this square on the periodic table, it's giving you a lot of information. If I said to you, find the element on the periodic table that has the atomic number of 30, table and you would find it, looking at the increasing numbers, atomic numbers on the table, you find aluminum. This is where it is on the periodic table. Tell me where it is. Good. See, they break it down. You have the different periods going down and the different groups going across. And we'll look at that more closely. The atomic number for aluminum is 13. That gives you the chemical symbol. We'll look at that more closely. Chemical symbols are usually 1 or 2 letters. They begin with a capital letter and have a second letter, it would be lowercase. Also, the element's name. Most of them will do that. The one also gives us the average atomic mass. We'll look closely at what that is. Not all of them are going to give you that. I don't know that that was it. The definition is the atomic number, the symbol, and what the element is. I don't use this one. I think I have a copy of it. But you can always use this from the book to frame a reference, and you will be. Alright, if I said to you, you have an element who has an atomic number of 82. What element is that? 82. Lead. Alright, and what does that tell me? That every atom of lead has 82 protons in the nucleus. Alright? So there's a lot of information there. Alright, let's look on 174. This is going to give us a closer look at the information on the square. So read that first paragraph. What information is contained? Dagger?
The periodic table is not simply a list of element names. The table contains the useful information that the periodic table is usually shown as a grid of squares. Each square contains an element, chemical name.
Good afternoon, teachers and boys and girls. Excuse me, good morning. The sun is shining, so we will be able to go out in the recess yard. Thank you.
Chemical name, atomic number, chemical symbol, and average atomic mass.
Alright, so you will get very familiar because you will be able to look at these squares and pull out the information they want. Read for me what the atomic number is, please. Could you read out loud what the atomic number is, William?
The number at the top of the square is the atomic number. The atomic number is the number of protons. Of an atom of that element. All atoms of an element have an atomic number. For example, every aluminum atom has 13 protons in its nucleus, so the atomic number of
Alright, you will get used to pulling that out. Alright, the next one I want you to look at is the chemical symbol. Alright, read for me what a chemical symbol is, please. Emily Zhang.
The chemical symbol is an abbreviation for the element's name. The first letter is always capitalized. Any other letter is always lowercase. For most elements, the chemical symbol is a 1 or 2 letter symbol. However, some elements have temporarily 3-letter symbols. These elements will receive a permanent 1 or 2 letter symbol once it has reviewed by an international committee of scientists.
Right, you can't just randomly decide this is an element and include it on the periodic table. It has to be reviewed and accepted. And if you look on 173 in this issue of the book, they're showing you there's 2 there that have those 3 letters, 3 actually, 4. So if you look across that bottom, period 7, there's 4 different elements they included that have those 3 temporary letters. Alright, look at the chemical name. When you're looking at the name, they come from many different sources. Some some of them are named after people, some after places. And they give you examples of that. Mendeleev and other scientists have some named after them, and then Californium is actually an element. It's named after California. All right, average atomic mass. Will you read for me? Go ahead, Gabby.
Average atomic mass. All atoms of a given element contain the same number of protons, but the number of neutrons in those atoms can vary. So different atoms of an element have different mass. The average atomic mass of an atom is the weighted average of the masses of all of the naturally occurring atoms of that element. A weighted average accounts for the percentage of each isotope. Unit for atomic mass is.
All right, after we get doing this for a little bit, I will have you kind of round that average atomic mass out. But that is different. The atomic number will always be the same. It's the number of protons. The mass is the protons and the neutrons. With isotopes, you might have a lot of different naturally occurring. They happen in nature, all right, where these elements have more neutrons in the element. And that isotope, all the different ones for that naturally occurring isotopes for an element are then averaged out. You know what an average is. Because if you don't, I'm going to go have Mrs. Rowley come holler at you. You know what an average is. That's what they do. They average it all out and come up with the number that you see on the periodic table. All right? All right. Number 10. What would you answer then? Chase?
26.98.
All right, and how you got that by looking at this square for aluminum. Now, knowing what you learned in lesson 1 and lesson 2, how did they come up with that number 2698? What did they do?
They added the amount of protons and neutrons.
They what? Added the number of protons and neutrons? Okay, but it's an average, so they took all the isotopes. If I said to you, how many neutrons would you put in an atom of aluminum? What would you tell me? Careful. How many neutrons, if you were drawing an atom of aluminum, how many neutrons would you put in it? Caleb? 13. Okay. What would you put? 14? Why the difference, you think? Huh?
0.98 is pretty much wrong.
This is why we're going to round up. We're going to round it. Actually, we'll round it up or down. If it has 26.98, that's an average of all the isotopes. So if we rounded that to 27 as the atomic mass, we would say there's how many protons? How many protons in aluminum? 13. How many neutrons? Don't hesitate. Nice and loud. I can't hear you. 14. All right. Confused? Ooh, just wait till you're drawing them. And then it gets really fun. All right, read through this material. We're going to pick up and finish the lesson tomorrow. All right, we're going to take lunch now. We'll see you back here around 20 to 1. Not a problem. Clear your desk and we'll clean them off.
How am I so lost? I didn't make a freaking base in here. And somehow I'm still lost. Wait, is it anything behind here? No, nothing. Hmm. 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 Oh my god. It's somewhere. Hmm.
I'm scared of the home.
Found it. Yeah, found it. I know where it is now.
Why you put it over there? Put it there. Put it there.
Does this have 2 layers? This. Don't have 2. Oh my god. Why does it not have 2 stuff? Yes. A bull. I know where the brown getting all the loot. I'll loot for days. Yes. Good. Yes. I need more arrows. I think I actually need more arrows. And the portal was right here. Holy smack. Spanky smackaroni. Jesus. Jesus. I'm getting tortured. Oh. I'm gonna end up right this part right now. So okay, bye.